Hey, what's up, guys? This is Julius, coming again with another Korg Kronos video. We've had several questions over the last week or two or so about custom drum kits. They've been related to drum kits one way or another, whether it be creating a drum kit from scratch or editing a drum kit or needing a drum kit to do some specific things. So I figured I'd just make a little short video kind of just showing the interface of the drum kit menu. I was talking to Garth from Chicken Systems the other day, and he even said that he thinks that, people don't even really know about the user drum kit or the drum kit interface on the Kronos. I know I was a original owner of a Triton Classic for about 10 years. In my early days, it was really the first major synth that I ever had. But it was all the time I had it, I never knew that. Well, not until the very end of the time period that I had the keyboard. I didn't even know that you could go in and edit the drums like that. I was just getting into synthesis, really just using it to record and, practicing on my piano chops and stuff. But now that I've really gotten into synthesis and really trying to learn these keyboards in and out, my eyes have really been open to a lot more things. So without further ado, I'm going to kind of just show you guys the interface of this custom drum kit, or, what have you, as far as that's concerned. First thing you want to do, I know one time I was talking to a guy about drum kits, and what he wanted to do to edit his drum kits was just go, straight into the drums. And, just from here, this may have been on an M3 or something that me and the guy were talking, as far as, whatever little edits that he was able to make from these screens. Just the normal synth engine as far as the keyboard is concerned. But there is an entirely different menu set up when you want to start editing drums that really opens up possibilities to you. So what you want to push is the global key on the right, to the right of the screen. It's underneath your program button, and it's going to take you to the basic global page. And from here, there's one of the tabs that says drum kits. So you push drum kit, and it's going to open you up to your drum kit menu. From here, you can access every drum kit that's created in this keyboard, every last one, and they all have drum samples arranged in various ways, mapped across the keyboard. Some, you look at the Jazz Ambient Kit Dry. It has 8 samples on the C key alone that are all being triggered based on the velocity that you play, how hard you hit the keys. And this set here only has 2 samples. So you can create, as complex of a drum kit as you want. If you only, you only want 1 sample on a key, you just put 1 sample on a key and you're good. You can put, 8 samples. You can go from 1 or 0 up to 8. There's 8 slots that allow you to put your sounds in the drum kits. And that's here. If you look right here, you got 8 slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can turn them on as you see fit. The ones that you're going to use. And then the ones that you're not going to use, you just leave them off, and they won't get in your way at all. But the ones that you're going to use, you put this little parameter here. You can turn it off or on. And if it's on, it allows you to, utilize or trigger those samples. And if it's off, of course, you won't be able to trigger the samples. What the easiest way they used to say to create a drum kit is to find one that you like and then just edit it. Okay, and that is an easy way to create drum kits. You know, the effects routing is already set up, and you know, you don't have to go on each key, each multi-sample. You can just go in and edit the things that you like, or edit the things that you don't like to make the kit usable to you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to create a custom kit from scratch. So what I did was I selected the little arrows to the left of the name, and it brings up this interface. You have all these internal kits that are already in the Kronos by default. There's 40 of them. But then you also have user kits that already have, they may or may not already have kits in them. I know mine, some of mine do, some of them don't. I got a couple of the expansion libraries that Korg put out, so that's why I have some of these kits in here you may not have. So I'm just going to go to initialize drum kit, and that's going to open up a blank kit. There is no sound at all on any of these keys. It's not triggering anything. Okay, now the first thing that you want to do, you want to know, is that if you press this thing right here where it says key at the top left, that is the current key that you are currently manipulating or editing. So right now mine is set on C4. C4 is middle C. So if you see that, it's triggering a sample there. You see it's changing, telling me that I'm hitting a key, but you don't hear any sound. And the reason why you don't hear any sound is because this assign button is not selected. That is what basically assigns that sample to that key. So right now by default we have the bass drum 01 assigned to middle C. So if we push this assign key, now you should be able to hear sound. Okay, so if you want to change that C4 key, only thing you have to do is press the enter key and then press the key that you want to assign a sample to. So I'm going to press the A flat key. I think it's A flat 4, maybe A flat 5. So it's A flat 4, G sharp 4. Okay, so that sound doesn't have a sample assigned to it. Well, it does, but the assign key is not selected. So if you push the assign key, and now you can hear it. So let's just say that, okay, I have I want to put a snare sound on that. I have a kick drum sound on middle C. Now I want to put a snare sound on G4. So right here, you just go into the drum samples, and you can pick between, you know, these are all of the libraries or whatever that are currently loaded into your Kronos that may or may not have drum samples associated. So just to keep everything kosher, as far as, because I have some other stuff loaded in here, just to keep everything steady as far as what everybody else probably has loaded in their system, I'm just going to leave it on ROM M. Okay, ROM mono. So these are going to be mono samples that are loaded in the ROM as far as the Kronos is concerned. So these will be the sounds that are loaded from scratch from the factory. So you go here, you push the little key next to that little arrow next to the sample name, and it opens up this menu. And you have, I want to say thousands, but man, I don't even know. I'm just going to say hundreds. Let's go all the way down to sound effects. Yep, literally thousands of samples to pick from that you can put in this drum kit to make this drum kit sound just like you wanted to sound. You know, you can put in sounds that people aren't using. You can put in sounds that you like just to make stuff sound different and crazy. Just however creative you want to get. But we said we wanted to put a snare drum. So if you look here, these are the different categories. Sorry about that blurriness. Different categories that you have available. We have bass drum normal, which would probably be like, I think, an acoustic kit. Stuff like that. Then you have bass drum dance. That's probably more electronic sounding drum samples. SD normal, SD dance. That's for snare drum. Then you have toms, hi-hat normal, hi-hat dance, crash cymbals, ride cymbals, china or splash cymbals. Then you got percussion sounds for normal or acoustic kits, percussion sounds for dance maybe, hit sounds, scratch sounds, industrial sounds, voice sounds, and sound effects. So you got all these different categories to pick from. So we're gonna go to snare drums. Now look at this. Look at all of these different snare drum samples that you have to pick from. There's tons in here. All different kinds of sounds. Some of them are just different variations of the same one. Like for example, this is snare drum, that MP, and we used to call that medium piano. I can't remember exactly what the technical term for it. Man, I can't remember. I remember mezzo forte and forte. I remember that, but I can't remember what MP. I remember P was piano, but I don't remember mezzo piano. I don't know if that's what it's called or not. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. So it's just a softer version. These are that 01 dry MP, 01 dry MF, 01 dry F. That's just a soft, a medium, and a loud version of the same drum sample. That's the MP one. That's the MF one, and then the loud one. They all sounded the same, didn't they? Let's see, make sure. Yeah, they're changing. So they're just different. Some of them are different versions. Of the same sample. Okay. So you just go in through here and you pick the one that you want to use. Find something that you like. You select OK, and now that sample is assigned, and you see you have a red mark over that key on your keyboard interface showing you that these are where samples are assigned. So now I have a kick drum on C and a snare sound on G sharp. Now a cool thing, whenever you assign a sample and you hit the assign key, every note underneath it gets that same sample assigned to it, pitched lower. So right now we may have the C key with that kick drum on it, but since there's no more sounds assigned underneath it, that kick drum is going to be assigned at different pitches automatically. Let's listen. Same thing with the snare sound. Alright, that's just automatic. So you guys that are trying to do the drum sounds on Korg forms that want to have different pitches assigned, that's a cool, easy way to do it. Just assign it to one key, and then every key underneath it with nothing assigned to it will have that sound pitched down a little bit. Okay, hope that makes sense. Again, I'll say it. If you assign, like our kick drum is assigned to middle C, and there's nothing assigned to the B key underneath it, or the B flat key underneath it, or the A key underneath it. So that kick drum sound is on all of those keys now. Listen. Just goes all the way down until you assign another key below it, then it's going to have that sound there indefinitely, all the way down the keyboard, as far as down, you know, as many keys as you have there. Okay, so that will at least get you started as far as being able to set up drum kits, to get started as far as putting your own samples on them. And you can add as many sounds as you want. Now you see I'm going to select another key. I'm going to select the A sharp key. And so now I can put another drum sound there. I'm going to go to assign, and I'm going to put a crash cymbal. So now that crash cymbal is there. But guess what? I don't have anything assigned to the A key underneath that B flat. So now I have that crash cymbal and this crash cymbal. All right. But the next key, A flat, is where we assign that snare drum. So it's there. So now we have the kick drum on middle C. We have the snare sound on G sharp. And then we have the crash cymbal on A sharp. So those are the ones that we assigned. But of course, they're pitched down in the keys underneath them or below them on the keyboard. And you see we have that third red dot showing us that another sample has been assigned on this key. That's all I'm going to do. That's 15 minutes. I hope this helps you guys at least get started. I'll go in a little more in depth. I don't know, I was having trouble loading a video that was longer than 16 minutes last week, so I've been trying to keep it under that until I figure out exactly what's going on. So I hope this at least helps you guys get started. Maybe sometime this week, well, not maybe, I will do another video this week explaining the sample parameter tab as well as the voice mixer tab. I'll go in a little more in depth as far as just creating a drum kit is concerned, but hopefully this will at least get you guys started. If you have any questions, please comment below, like, subscribe to the video, and let me know what you guys need help with, and I'll do the best that I can to help. Take care.